Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the black screen of F1, where my game is not loading in. Um, this is CCRL, round 9 of F2, in the pissing rain by the look of it. I am MonsterSkyline, as per usual, apart from last week, joined with the Irish wonder kid, lefted or righted, however you want to look at it. How you doing?
I'm doing very good, and yeah, keep it lifted for this one. Right, it sounds wrong. Oh dear, wet
What?
quality.
Lefted or righted? Whichever one you want.
Yeah, then I heard righted,
Ow.
and nah.
Lefted or
Uh,
righted?
you can call yourself
Did you
righted,
watch,
mate, but I am lefted.
Okay, I'll be righted. You be lefted. That sounds good.
Lovely.
Did you watch
First,
the F3 stream? Because this is reminding me of the F3 stream right now.
yeah, that I saw a bit of it. I saw the end of the race yesterday. Uh, so I didn't see any of the carnage in the wet, but I saw the drying finish. No one's left the session.
By the way, have you actually ticked your box? Because I know there's a
Yes, I
personal
have.
box you have to tick. I'm just making sure because I was like, wait, if you haven't done this before, do you know?
Yeah,
um,
nah, I've been interviewed.
oh, you said you must be that somewhat decent then if you get interviews. You
No,
were saying to me before we
I get
started that you've
interviewed when
had.
I got knocked out of qualifying.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was be like, oh, it's a podium interview or driver of the day, but
I got one
apparently not.
driver of the day. I got one driver of the day, but it was before I got my mic, so I couldn't even speak.
So the first one to come land on his lap is Pie Eater. So we'll see
Yes.
how he gets on with his the first lap of the session really. In the inters, I don't know what the weather forecast is going to be, but hopefully it stays
Hopefully.
this way so we can laugh at people when they bottle it.
S- Someone might tell us in the Twitch chat.
I haven't got the Twitch chat open.
I have.
That's
Oh,
alright then. If anyone knows the
Pie
weather,
Eater.
please let
Pie
us know.
Eater just lost it out of
Ooh.
turn one.
Yeah, I'm still on board with him. That was a big slippy slidey moment. There we go.
I've,
Oversteer. There's the word.
most of these guys won't be setting their best lap on the first lap. Anyway, it'll be kind of getting the feel for the track on the wets anyways, so shouldn't bother them too much. As Price the Bees has lost it completely out of turn one, completely spun. Oh, don't hit the wall.
I mean, I hadn't even sorted out half my data yet. I'm assuming the weather's going to get better because there's still a lot of people in the pits.
Yeah, you think so. It doesn't look too dark, so it's not going to get worse anyway. I guess as well there's limited inter tires. If it's wet for the whole session, they've only got 3 tires to use for it.
Yeah,
So
that's true. I mean, what would you do if it was inters the entire time? Would you just use like one set of tyres in each session, or what would you do?
I would definitely only use one set in Q1 anyway. You can't use more than 2 sets. It's not worth it. Because the wear is not too bad. You could do 4 or 5 laps and go quickest on your final lap.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's not bad for you. Who's
Hamilton
coming up?
15.5.
Hamilton. Yeah, that's a good lap.
Yeah, saw some of the times in
Peppermeat is another one I
F3.
expect to be quick. Peppermeat's a quick driver.
He was very quick in France. I saw a bit of the last race in France, and the safety car kind of screwed him over a bit at the end, but he was quick on those inters. And another fellow Irishman.
Oh no, not another one. No, we
There's
love the
enough of us
Irish.
that it is.
There is a lot of people that have got like Irish in the family, so there's a
Yeah,
lot.
we used to get around.
Right, here comes Peppermeat to finish his lap. Let's see where he gets.
16-0.
Gets third. Solid lap, very solid.
Yeah, just a tenth off his teammate, but geez, Hamilton's lap was immense. 4 tenths clear.
Hamilton's looking to go again.
Yeah,
Looking at his ERS.
on board with him.
And then you got is it Switchbot Boss? I don't fucking know him.
Swift X Boss. Let's just call him Boss.
Let's
Keep
just
it
call him
simple.
Weird.
Okay.
But he's definitely on another lap in my favourite car, the Toro Rosso. Not because I'm in it at all, but yeah, he's doing all right at the minute. Not done too badly. Only a couple of attempts off, being on the front row in Q1, which doesn't make sense. But
Yeah, I do think Hamilton. If it's like this for the rest of the session, I don't think Hamilton will have to go again. Like that time
no, I
is
think it'll be good.
very impressive.
You might see him go out again anyway, like if he starts dropping down a little bit, depending on the deltas, because the track's just going to keep getting quicker and quicker and quicker. It's insanity. Right, here is Boss as he comes across the line and he goes up to 4th.
Yeah, good lap. And Peter has gone second with 15.6. So, the usual suspects back up top.
We've got Dangerous Dan now on the lap as well in the Renault.
Hamilton with a 14.9.
Yeah, that's a good improvement. Very good.
Who else is on a lap?
Right. Dangerous Dan looks to be doing, solid. Couple of drivers struggling a bit, I reckon, like going a bit deep, or I don't know, taking unusual lines, let's say.
Yeah, well, I guess they're all pushing to the limit on the first lap or two that they're doing, just to get the feel of the track, and then hopefully after that they won't spin again. But driving in the wet's fairly tricky.
Peppermeat goes quickest.
As expected, and Jake puts in a 15.3, so both the racing points looking fairly good again. Seems to be
Dangerous
happening.
Dan does it 15.3 is just there, so that's
Man
very
with
good
the
for him.
cash with a 14.5. That is
This is
extremely
ridiculous,
quick.
lads. Calm it down.
Yeah, my call about Hamilton not having to go again was way off.
Yeah,
They're
I
getting
mean,
quicker and
it looks to be
quicker.
that way so far. You got Price the Beast. I'm assuming that's meant to be, but he's coming around the final sector now. He hasn't got a lot of ERS left. I don't think he's actually up in his time though, is he? No, he's on a 130.
Yeah, 30 seconds down. I think LP
I didn't
Smoke is
look.
on a lap.
Open smoke. Let's
Oh
go
no,
look
and
in.
he's just gone down to 0 as I went on board with him. Lovely.
Duffer's
Yeah,
starting
Duff
a
is
lap.
starting.
We could always follow him for a lap.
Yep, testing him in F2 this week. After some strong performances in F3.
Yeah,
Very nicely through
he
turn
does
1.
alright. So I think Camo needs to be tested. I mean, wait, what?
Camo might have complained in the chat about not being able to race.
Oh really? Well, there's room in the lobby, Camo. So
Oh, and Toby says it's a dry race. So,
well, that's boring.
Austria is rarely boring with those DRS trains in the dry. There'll be plenty of battling.
Yeah, but rain, spins, crashes.
Yeah, but it makes the field spread out a lot. Like in the F3 race, who DPS won by quite a margin. Duffer comes around the
DPS is
final
rapid.
turn. Pretty good lap,
Duffer
I'd
coming
say.
across. Yeah,
14.9.
good improvement.
Only 1,000th slower than Hamilton.
Element's just started his lap, so Element will be looking to set a good lap early. Well, not early, but halfway through the session,
Yes.
really.
Oh, Dangerous
JS Lee,
Dan.
he's near the end of the session. Yeah, Dangerous Dan, that's a solid lap for him.
Yeah, I'm on board with Snow right now. Through the very difficult traction zone of turn 3.
I'm on JS Lee. JS Lee's coming around the final sector now on his flying lap, isn't he? Oh no, he's not. Being stupid. JS Lee. There we go.
Right. On a set. Oh, slowest time so far. Yeah, I think Snow's on a good time here, looking at his second sector split.
Yeah, he looks to be having a good time. He's a good driver, Elements now. He's very good. I do like watching him drive. He's
This is
clean
going to
as
be
well. So.
Yeah, 14-2.
Oh.
He's always good in the wet. It's Element Snow.
Shane
Shane.
on the lap.
Yeah.
Just going to bother him.
Oh,
Oh, that's the
he
grass
just
Shane.
yeah. Bad time to join him.
Yeah, that wasn't good. That wasn't good at all. But he'd be. I think he's still on course for a decent lap despite the mistake. So.
Only in the 15s. Yeah, 15-4. Without the mistake, definitely would have been in the 14s. He's got good
Definitely,
pace there.
yeah. I'm looking
Who
at
else is-
RSF on Senna. Senna's normally
let's look at
decent
Craig.
driver. Good old sandbagger.
Yeah, a lot quicker if we got rid of him.
It's always an honour to have Craig here though, because you know, we actually managed to get him onto F1 away from FIFA, so he's not opening all of his packs. So you know, drag him away from FIFA to play F1. Proud
Save
of him.
him a bit of money.
Yeah, we're saving him money. Unless he buys car liveries for multiplayer, then well, we're not really, are we? So.
Oh, I don't trust anyone who buys car liveries.
I don't buy liveries. I buy helmets. Helmets are.
It's fair enough, because you can actually see the helmet in this. Like, no point getting liveries for league racing.
No, not at all.
Toby's gone 5th, and here's Senna coming around the last turn now. Or won't be a decent lap. 14-9.
It's quite close though. If you look from Peppermeat down to where about Smoke, it's really close. And Dizzy Man goes top.
Dizzy Man. I have not
I have
seen
no
his
idea who
name.
that is.
No, I've not seen his name around. I wonder if it's his debut, because I know there's a couple that are on their debut today. Let me have a look.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm on board with Jay Meadows, who hasn't set a lap yet, so he's doing so now. Stay on board with him, see how he gets on in the fake Lotus.
That 17.7's good in the first sector. That's what I've been seeing a lot of. High 17s.
I keep forgetting to check the deltas. I have no idea what any of the deltas are.
I think if kind of high 17s in the first sector is solid, and then you'd want to be in the 50s come past the second sector, which J Meadow is a 50.9, so it should be in the 14s at least.
As long as he keeps his final sector clean, yeah, should be good. Running out of VRS though.
Very tricky to keep it inside the limits of the track in those last 2 turns. He's managed to do it very nicely, and this will be a good lap. 14.1. Lovely lap. And JC right behind him.
beats him. Yeah, his teammate, I think, isn't it? Oh, no.
Times are coming down rapidly. So they should
Who's
be
on the
able to
lap
get
to
into
slow
the
down?
13s.
Craig. I'm going to look at Craig because I'm looking at the people that are in the drop zone, and Craig
Yeah.
isn't in the drop zone, but
On the edge though.
he's on the edge. Yeah.
Very surprised to see Jake down in 17th too, but obviously just hasn't put a lap in on the drying track.
No, I think you'll see Jake Moore go comfortably through. I don't know who's going to be in danger, I wouldn't like to say, but I think
Senna.
Shane might be in a bit of trouble, because I seem to remember Shane struggles in the wet, I think. I might be wrong with that, but...
Senna 7/10 up through the middle sector.
Yeah, this could be a good time then. To be fair, this whole lobby is closed. There's like a second separating the top 15.
Yeah, that's what Austria brings. Senna 14.1.
There's a lot of people on 14.1s.
Yeah,
A
it's
lot.
four now.
So look at LP Smoke then. LP Smoke is one in danger. And he is on his lap now.
Very good first sector, 17.6. That is about as good as I've seen so far.
This is as good as it tits.
Oh, Dizzy Man, a 13.4.
Jeez. That's ridiculous. I think we need to
Yeah,
not include him.
It's his first race, and well, may have been put in a wrong tier.
Smoker's backed off his lap even though he was a 10th up in the middle sector. He must have made a mistake somewhere.
Yeah, possible. Yeah, and he's going again.
Going
though.
again though, he's turned it up. Jake Moore's just behind him, so we can keep an eye on both of these people. So LP Smoke is just in front of Jake, so we'll keep an eye on both of them as much as possible.
Yeah, I'll stay on board with Jake. If you want to stay on. Oh, Jake's going to get compromised from Smoke here. He's too close. If he's any bit quicker in his lap, he will get some dirty air.
Well, it could also be a bit of tow as well.
One Smoke goes straight on at the turn 3, so no worries for Jake.
Then see what Jake can do.
Currently 17th. Very unlike him. Around the middle sector, let's see what the middle sector split is. 51-1. He's going to need a strong last sector.
Yeah, I mean, I think he should get ahead of Swift Boss with the time he's about to do, but still, he could be in a bit of danger.
Yeah, he'll get into the 14s as long as he doesn't mess this up. All right, good. Should be able to get comfortably into the 14s. 14.5, only 14th quickest.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Gonna have to.
So look at Smoke though. Smoke's good again. And Swift Boss is just ahead of him, so I'll keep an eye on Swift Boss.
Oh, Swift Boss
he's just gone wide at turn 1. Yeah, he was about to say that as well.
I don't know if he's lost too much time, probably only a 10th or 2. Still costly. Yeah, it's a 79, 1/10 down on his personal best in the first sector.
Yeah, Smoke's not improving either, so I think we've lost Smoke, so that's unfortunate.
All the bottom 4 are very close to each other on track. Jake's just about to cross the second sector split, and he's slightly up on his time.
Oh, Swift Boss, what's he going to do in his middle sector? Oh wait, I've missed that, I think, haven't I? No, I haven't. It's there. Haha. Oh, he's matching his time. He's not really improving.
Oh, he's in the
and he's
grass.
Just gone wide. Yeah, I think that's him. That's him done.
Yeah, Toby's backed off too. Toby's 15th. Will that sneak him through? A Swift Boss with a great drift out the last turn. But it's not going to be enough. So, yep,
nope,
Swift Boss and LP Smoke, the 2 that are gone. And while that was happening, Dizzy Man improved again to a 13.3, and Snow put in a 13.6.
It's crazy.
So, if it stays wet, it looks like we've got an early favourite for pole.
You got Peppermeat, the last car, and he's just trying to avoid all the AIs.
Yeah, into the pits.
And into the pits he goes.
Safely through.
I think anyone would be brave to say that Dizzy Man is not getting pole now. unless the poly weather improves.
If it's in these conditions, he should. Well, Snow got within 3/10. You know, he could find 3/10, but that's if Dizzy weren't to find any more time either. So
It's hard to practice for wet though, because each lap is very, very different. That's what I found out in quality. Like when you're in the dry, you can like most of your lines and breaking points are normally round about the same. But in
yeah,
the wet, to me, they just feel completely different from one lap to the next. It's really weird.
yes, it is, and it looks like it stopped raining actually. Looking at the screen of Senna.
Well, there you go. There's your people that you've lost. Wait, hang on a minute.
What?
You've lost a lot
What?
more than I thought. You've lost Smoke,
Nah,
Swift Boss, Pie Eater, Dangerous Dan, Jake Moore, and Element Snow, apparently.
I've not seen that happen before. Um, I mean,
I'm assuming that they're you know, the AIs when they crash into the back of a car
yeah,
that's finished in quality. I
yeah,
think it's done that.
it has, but
So
it was
then
out of their
people have finished
control.
their laps cleanly, but then the AI have wiped them out. So
What?
I think a few people have been a bit screwed over now.
They've been shafted.
Yeah. If that is the case, though, we're only going to lose, what, one person in Q2?
Yeah, only one per. Oh, well, and it's.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
one
saying for you.
person.
It was saying lap 1 of 5 there for a second, but. A Codemaster just had a bit of an oopsie moment there. That's not entirely fair.
No, it's not fair, but I'm assuming we'll just keep going. I mean, I don't know. We might have a restart. You never know. No, people are definitely going out to track, so
I'm looking at
interesting.
the chat, and there are people asking for a restart.
I mean, who decides? I can't remember who decides whether
It would
Jake
need to
does,
be
the
a
lobby host
vote, I
does.
guess. The people who, like, there's only going to be one missing out on Q3. I can't imagine any of these guys voting for a restart when they're all but guaranteed a top 10.
I mean, I'm looking at Peppermeat's car. I'm not sure if this is going to influence it. There you go, DRS enabled. So it's
Yeah,
dry
it's
enough
dry.
for
Yeah.
dry tyres. Yeah.
I have never seen that happen. I've seen the AI crash into each other all the time, but I've never seen it actually affect the results of quali.
It's normally like when you get terminal damage, so obviously something's happened where it's terminal damage and taken 4 people out.
Yeah, it's not what you want to see, really. It's ruined. You know, Element Snow, for instance, was one that's his chances of pole are gone, and he had really good pace.
Yeah.
Pite or another one, Jake Moore, a lot of strong drivers that have just been taken out by that.
Well, Peppermeat's back into the pits.
Yeah, the Inters are not the tire. This is going to be a slow session because everyone's going to want to stay in the pits for as late as possible while the track dries.
Thing is, people need to realise as well is you need cars on the track to help it dry out quicker as well.
Yeah, it's like in real F1 at Monza when no one wanted to go out because they needed cars ahead of them to go out, but then in the end, no one got out in time.
Yeah, a bit ridiculous.
And no, there's not much for us to do.
No, we'll just sit here and
Well, actually,
I don't know.
how did your race get on yesterday?
Oh shush.
Well, I don't know.
I didn't finish.
Well, I'm very sorry.
I got lapped twice, and I was just like, "No, I'm done."
Yeah,
It's one of my
getting
favourite tracks,
lapped
and I
isn't
got
ideal.
well. Well, at first I got screwed over at the start of the race. I don't know if it was my own fault or someone else's fault. Whatever, I got screwed over either way. And yeah, and then I just lost my head. My head went, and I was like, stuff it.
Yeah,
That's just, I don't know.
just not your day, basically.
No, but it's all good. Like, I'm not expecting to fight for the title or anything, or not like that. It's just I want to turn up and have a bit of fun. I don't care where I finish or whatever. I just want to have fun,
Yeah,
and it wasn't fun, so I just left.
which you have every right to do. Yeah, it's a shame, like especially if you do any bit of practice for a race when something like that was to happen on the first lap.
Well, you got Man with the Cash who's going around
Yeah,
on the softs, and he's about to start his lap, so he's giving us something to talk about. Thank
yeah,
you for that,
giving us
Man with the
something to
Cash.
commentate over. And Toby's out now
Yeah.
as well on the mediums. Alright, so man with the cash. Let's see what he can do.
I don't know what to expect time-wise now. Like, could be absolutely anything. There's a few people out on laps now though. There's
Yeah,
Shane who's out on the mediums. You got Price the Beast. I'm assuming that's meant to be on the softs as well. On the softs even. Near TX Busy or Toby or Mr. T, whatever you want to know him as, is also out on the mediums as well. Well, same time as Shane. I'm just fucking up every word possible.
yeah, I'm
And Man
not
with the
too
Cash has left the session, so that's that lap cancelled.
I'm not too sure why some of them are out on softs. I don't think it's not better to start on the softs anyway. You can do it, but I guess I was expecting more to be on the mediums like Toby and Shane.
There is a benefit to being on the softs in my opinion though, like the one stop is possible from like soft to hards, it's just painful.
You can go soft to mediums, but it's the first stint on the softs is just really terrible. You get about 3 or 4 good laps of them, and then you gotta do like 8 laps where you're just struggling, where you're slower than all the medium runners. But you gotta compromise with qualifying.
I mean, I think the softs can be quick, but like you said, I think tire temperatures is a major issue, so that's probably why they suck.
Yeah, it's
Because on this track, because it's so short, you're always turning. You're not going straight for very long.
oh, and Toby has a 6 flat on mediums. That's pretty good time considering it's a still probably
Oh,
not
Price the
completely dry.
He's a spun. He spun it.
That's the second time now he's spun in this qualifying session. Where's he spun? He's in the pit
That's the pit
entry.
entry. Yeah. He hit the outside curb and just
Just
lost
spat
it.
him out. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, where's Shane? Shane's there and he's still somewhat pushing. Well, he's on free EOS, that's why I say somewhat. Who's
Yeah,
that?
he's coming
Price the
back
Beast
into the
with
pits.
28.
Shane's back in the pits. You'd never know, that 28 might be good enough if someone messes up. Get
Yeah,
into
that's very true.
Q3. He's coming into the pits. Let's see Dizzy Man. The P1 from Q1. He's coming through middle sector.
It'd be interesting to know where he can get in the actual dry though, because
This lap looks fairly good to start off. It's a good middle sector split, so let's see what he can do as he crosses the line. Gonna beat Toby's time. 5.4 on mediums. That is a quick time.
Jess Lee's coming around as well. He's looking to do a 106. There you go.
Yeah, that 5.4 I'm sure would get him into Q3 in the F1 race. So
Just so you know, Price the Beast has actually set a lap now though, a 107.6.
his tires would have been destroyed after the spin. So man with the cash is back.
Yeah. Hopefully he can get back into the session, set a lap. It looks like Price the Beast is still going around for another lap.
Still in the overtake anyway.
Yeah. 2
He's
tenths up, so this is going to be a good time. Good time.
Should
2
compete
seconds
with
even, not 2 tenths.
Dizzy Man's time.
Yeah.
However, on the quicker tires. See what he can do. It will be a low 5. Yeah, good lap. 5.2.
Yeah,
Just
goes top
keeping
for now,
Dizzy
but
Man
obviously on the
atop.
softer tyres.
Yeah.
Hamilton now as well. RSF1 Hamilton coming round. Starting his
Interested
lap
to
in,
see
just
what
gone
he
around the
can
first
do.
corner. Yeah. Very interested to see what he'll agreed on that one. Payet has left the session, so he's not going to miss out because he's not in this quali session anyway.
No. Hopefully he'll come back in before the race though. Unless it's rage quit or something.
A tactical leaving advantage.
Yeah. Go into time trial for a bit, do a bit of practice.
I actually know a few people that do that, and I don't know. It's quite smart, but it also messes up the connection in the lobby a little bit. So
Yeah. I don't think this is too bad a lap from Hamilton. I don't think it's quite as quick as Dizzy Man's, but let's see what he can do coming through the last turn. No, it's 6.2. He'll be able to go quicker than that if he goes again. So who's on a lap then?
you got Shane, who's just coming round to the end of his lap. Shane goes 107.5. Ooh.
He'll have to go again too. People still struggling a little bit with getting their laps in. As here comes Senna.
Yeah, the sandbagger. Let's see what sandbagger can do.
Through the final turn.
Runs out VRS, but crosses the line third.
Yeah, third. Good lap.
Quickest of the soft runners, I think. Medium runners even. No, Dizzy Man is.
Dizzy Man.
I got mine on fitted, so it shows Dizzy Man on the softs because it's unfitted. So, but second on that tyre compound, that's good for Craig.
Yeah, he'd be happy enough with that. That might get him through unless everyone decides at the end to go on the softs just to make sure they can get through. Which I could see happening, although with only one going out, people might not risk it.
I don't know who I'd predict to be knocked out this session, though, to be honest.
No, it's always going to be too tight around Austria. You know, it's just half a tenth. You know, you go wide in one turn and you can drop down 3 or 4 places. It's just all about, it's going to be who hooks up lap up and who doesn't.
Yeah, Craig's back into the pits. Shane's on his way back in. Duffer's about to set his lap. Man with the cash is coming around as well.
Yeah,
Duffer
Duff
sets a
6.2.
106.2.
Peppermeat's about to start the lap.
Oh, that's a bit premature, Craig.
What
Oh,
did
in a
Senna?
minute, it looks like Shane's going to be the one in danger. Senna went into the pits, so
Okay.
he did that in the pit lane, but...
Yeah, I thought it was a bit quick, but of course it's only a 1 minute lap, so... Pepper 16.2 for a sector, that's pretty good on the mediums. Lovely exit out of turn 3.
Yeah, and as on board with Man the Cash is coming around the final 2 corners now. So where's he going to be? Comes around and does a 111.5, invalid. I didn't look at that. What an idiot.
See, Pepper. Good middle sector split. They should be in the fives, I think. As long as he puts together the last few turns. Arms a little wide, but nothing too bad. Hits the apex lovely on the last turn. Yeah, 5.9 for Pepper. Well, that's him through anyway. He's a
Wait,
head of
did Shane
Senna.
terminally damage?
No, I saw him come into the pits.
So Shane is, well, as long as people set a lap that's a low 106 or better, they're through. So really, you just
Yeah,
got to look
well,
at Man with the Cash, and once Man with the Cash is done,
Shane was fully.
as long as he beats Shane, that's it.
Shane is fully committing to starting on the mediums. He didn't want to, because he had done 2 laps on the mediums already. Didn't want to wear them out. And yeah,
There you go.
so Shane is the one out. So
Q2 is over.
Yeah.
Well, it's not officially over, but the important thing that we needed to know, who's going to be gone, we already know, and that's Shane. So people that are coming out on tyres now on the softs, they can afford to not set the laps now.
Yeah, and Price the Bees will be the only one starting on the softs.
Oh no,
So,
JSD's carried on to start his laps, so
surprised about that. Maybe he doesn't know he's safe yet. Oh, oh no, on the soft tires. Jeez.
yeah, Toby's doing it as well. That's
Okay, going for a more
crazy.
aggressive strategy. They will be, if they can set these laps, they will be quicker for the first few laps. They'll be able to make up some places.
I don't know if I'd want to be on the softs though, like compared to what everyone else around them is doing. I'd rather be on the mediums because it's what everyone else has done.
Yeah, I definitely wouldn't want to start on the softs. They're easily through on mediums. But, they might know something we don't, or they might just want to try something different to the... Jace Lee comes into the pits.
Lee is in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's the smart decision, yeah.
Now, Mr. T, what's he going to do? Is he going to come in as well?
He's 6/10 off, so... Sure. Might just... Oh, he's ran very wide into the pits.
Yeah, smart.
So we'll just have one soft runner starting. Well, inside the top 10 anyways.
Right, just got to wait for Mr. T to retire and then we're done.
Yeah,
on to Q3.
Not the most exciting session we could have asked for, but that's Codemaster's fault.
But looking at them times, Dizzy Man is still got to be the favourite to be pole, surely.
Yeah, definitely.
He's so far, like, not so far ahead of the others, but he's just so close to the person on softs. So Dizzy Man is going to be hard to beat.
Yep, so just the one person knocked out in Q2, and that was Shane, unfortunately. But
for those people that have just joined, there is 17 people here. It's just we had some sort of issue in Q1. So it's nearly a full lobby, so stick around and you'll definitely see more names on the grid.
I mean, Dizzy Man over 3/10 clear of Hamilton in that session. Like, 3/10 around Austria is huge. So he's clearly got great pace around here. I'd expect him to get well into the mid-4s. So I'm going to predict a 4.4 will get pole.
Who do you think will be pole though? Do you think it'll be Dizzy Man?
Yeah, Dizzy Man with a 4.4. That's going to be my call.
Yeah, I think I'll have to agree with you. I'm not necessarily the time. I don't know what time I'd say, but definitely Dizzy Man.
Well, everyone steams out of the pits. Of course, they've all got loads of fresh sets of softs, as they didn't have to run them in Q1 or 2 pretty much. So they'll be going for three fresh sets of tires for Q3.
Not all of them have fresh sets though, of course. So we'll see. I think people like Toby, who did start their laps on Sauce, are probably using them now just to like have a scrub set of tyres. You know, like use that as a benchmark sort of thing, and just
Yeah.
come back in and use the fresh ones later on.
Yeah, but I think like they didn't have. Who's an example? Dizzy Man. He didn't have to use a set of softs in Q1 or Q2, so he's got at least 3 fresh sets for this session. So he's definitely in the driver's seat at the moment.
What are these drivers doing? They're all backing off. Peppermeat backed off, and then I don't know, just caused a bit of a pilot. Well, not a pilot, but
Yeah,
a
they
back
all
up.
came
There
out
you
of the
go.
pits. All came out of the pits together. Who's
But
going to be the
Peppermeat is
first
going to
one?
be giving slipstream to people, so that's not going to be
And
ideal.
Mr. T's right up Peppermeat's behind. And getting a lovely toe, as Peppermeat doesn't want to give him the toe. Ooh, I don't know what's going on here. So they actually make contact in turn 3. Oh, that's, well, I don't know if you've just seen that.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like the lead car has the right of way, so Peppermeat had the right to be where he was, and really, Toby or TX Busy should have backed out earlier. Like, just I don't know.
Yeah, that was just messy. I'm not quite sure, unless Pepper invalidated turn 1 why he backed off. But
Even then, you got hit by Mr. T as well. Mr. T coming
yeah,
from the pits.
he might even have a bit of wing damage.
Hamilton
As
crosses the
Hamilton
line,
4.8,
sets a
very good lap.
14.8.
Very good lap.
4.8, yeah.
Be in the 4s,
Dizzy
and
Man.
Dizzy Man
Yeah.
4.8. To be in the 4s
Yeah.
on their first run is impressive. They'll be aiming to get a little lower than that, but good first laps.
Duffer, he's coming round to finish off his lap as well.
Diving
No,
into
he's
the
not.
pits.
I haven't actually got my fucking Delta stuff up to see what people
Man with the
are
cash is
using
on a
for
decent
ERS.
time.
Thank you.
He comes through the penultimate corner nicely. And the final turn very nicely. Extended the track a little, but I don't think that should invalidate. And yeah, 4.8.
Ooh.
Good lap. Took those last few corners pretty much perfectly. Who is on a lap right now? Oh, Peppermeat. Peppermeat's coming around the final turn. After his little scrap with Mr. T, and does a 5.2.
We've also got Toby on the back of Price the boss. So let's hope he's learned from the mistake last time and backs off
I
a little
mean,
bit.
getting the toe is helpful, but I don't know if you want to be putting that much effort into it. And Price the Beast is on mediums.
Is he? I haven't got that. Oh fucking hell! Yeah, he is. Yeah.
I'm not sure about that
Isn't
one.
he doing this a little bit backwards? Because he did softs in Q2.
Yeah, there's. I hope he knows that you start on the tires in Q2 and not Q3.
Yeah.
But
Wouldn't be very confusing.
you know, let him do him, I guess. It's Jace Lee going again. He is over a second down. Peppermeat's in the pits. So yeah, let's stick with Price the Bees.
Where's the t? Ta.
So I really don't understand him going on the mediums in Q3. But
I don't either.
you know,
If he stays on the mediums and doesn't put on the softs, I'm gonna be Very, very confused.
If he doesn't come out on the softs at all, then that must be him thinking that you start on these tires.
Yeah, got to be.
That
I
would
know
be
it
the
used to
only
be on one of the old
explanation.
F1 games, but I'm going back to like what F1 2014 maybe.
I think 2014 was the last year where you could get into use the tires from Q3. Not sure. It was either 2013 or 14 anyway. And but they
Kobe
F1
went
got,
fourth. That's
oh
good
yeah,
for
good
him.
lap. Yeah, another .8. Four of them separated by just 700ths of a second. Only 1,000th of a second separating third and fourth.
Duffer, he's coming round, finish off his lap.
Oh, is that going to invalidate? Oh, looks like he's ran out of ERS though. 5.3. Right behind him, Jay Meadows is starting a lap.
No, let's see if anyone else is pushing. Dizzy Man, I want to see what Dizzy Man can do. Currently he's sat in second place, but he is out, and he
And
is
he's,
setting a lap
yeah, up on
currently.
his first sector. Very slightly. And very slightly up in the middle sector too. So let's see what he can do in the last sector. See if he can grab provisional pole. Oh, he takes that penultimate corner absolutely beautifully.
Oh, bit wide there.
It's going to be yeah, 104.7.
Oh,
Just really tight up at the top. Well, maybe Dizzy
Craig
Man's
Senna's coming around the corner. Oh no, corner
4 point
second. Wow.
lovely lap. Maybe Dizzy's pace was just in the wet. No,
Yeah,
obviously
maybe.
he's still provisional pole, but maybe that big of a gap was caused by the wet weather.
Jim Meadows improved slightly as well.
Yeah, it's very close field. I mean, it's less than 6 tenths between first and ninth, with 10th doing his lap on the mediums. So, Price the Bees did he do a 5.5 on mediums? That is a very good time. That would have been third in Q2, I'm pretty sure. So he's got some pace.
Here we go, Peppermeat's coming around the final corner, and he crosses the line and goes fourth. Very good lap for
Another
him as well now.
4.8. Five of them now. And 4.8.
You got JSD. He's on his lap coming into the middle sector. Well, coming out of the middle sector, crossing the sector line. Roughly matching his time, just a little bit down.
Yeah.
If he
Let's
nailed
see
his
if he
final
can.
sector though, he could easily. Well,
All
not
he needs
easily,
to do
but he
is
could.
pick up just over a tenth.
Just don't get into the eights, please. Not another eight.
Ooh, got a bit wide out of confidence, and 5-0 doesn't quite beat his personal best.
What's Peppermeat doing?
Price the
Peppermeat's
Bees. He's
chilling.
about to start the lap on the softs.
See what he can do then. He's done a couple of solid laps on. Well, a solid lap, should I say, on his mediums.
Yeah,
But
it is good medium
see
time.
what he
And
can do
it
now
nearly
on the
goes onto
softs.
grass on the straight. He's just actually down on his time on mediums. And he's backed off. 0 ERS. So
Maybe looking to go again then.
yeah, this is the calm before the storm, as no one is on a lap, but there's a couple on the out laps now.
Yeah,
Who's
there's a
going to
few
be
more coming out of the pit lane as well.
who's going to be the first one? Guessing. Oh, Jace Lee's coming around to start a lap. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, he's coming around to start a lap.
We'll be on board with him then. We'll have a look.
Yeah, he's the only one at the moment. So through turn one fairly nicely. This is couple lap. Yeah, this is third lap on these tires though. so not optimal, but didn't have time to come and change in the pits, obviously.
Yeah. I'm surprised Peppermeat. Actually, no, Peppermeat won't be able to make it out now, I don't think. Oh, yeah, he will. Never mind, he's just come out. Everyone is out on track. All 10 cars.
Yeah, so what's Jaisley's middle sector time going to be like? And he's... I've seen that a lot from JC. He's point 0 to his personal best. He's matching his times everywhere. Very aggressive through the penultimate turn. As JC is going to be the first across the line. What can he do? 5.0 again. That's the third 5.0 he's set in this session. So he's close to maxing out. Mr.
Oh,
T with
Toby
a
just got pole.
4.5. Lovely lap.
Yeah. Now, I think this is the point where we need to look at Dizzy Man. What can Dizzy Man do? He's what we said might be the favourite to go pole. So.
Yeah, he's 59 first sector.
I was going to go on board with RSF on the centre quickly though, because he's coming around the final corners.
Yeah, he's a
what
10th up
do.
as well. Oh, he just got pushed out by the sausage curb. Still going to improve. Yeah, 4.7. Goes second provisionally. And Dizzy Man's 2/10 up. So Dizzy Man really looking good for pole here. What can he do? Oh, he loses the back end slightly out of the last turn. But it's a 4.2.
Jeez.
Oh, dear. That's
down this time. Remember, the cash is going to improve.
4.8.
It's a very small margin he improved by.
Peppermeat's up by...
this time.
Yeah, if he can put the last few turns together, he'll be looking at the second row. That 4.2 is something else.
Improved slightly, but not enough to do a great deal for him.
Senna's in the pits, he's done. And Price the Bees has not got enough fuel in his car, it looks like. No, Price the Bees has ran out of fuel. So he's definitely out of position, I think. Because he's only 4/10 off the driver ahead of him, and he set his time on the mediums, which I'm still a bit perplexed about. But that is Q3.
Yeah. Lined up to be an interesting race, I have to admit.
Yeah, it's... I guess personally I hope Dizzy Man doesn't just steam off at the start. That 0.2 around Austria, that would be up there in the F1 races. That would be top 3. So interested to see what he can do in the race.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting to see this entire grid in the race. To be fair, there's like I said, a good few cars out of position, like Elements no. Just think of how far back he is, and he was second in Q2.
Yeah, so who was the one starting on softs? It's Price the Bees, and 10th was the one on softs. So it has not worked out for him to be that far down the grid starting on worn softs.
Not at all, but you never know, he might surprise us still.
Of course, and sure, anything can pretty much happen. As in the F1 race, about 10 cars were taken out by turn 3. So drivers who started 19th and 20th were well inside the points. So never know what could happen. As Swift ex-boss has readied up early.
This could see a lobby restart. I've known it happen before where someone's readied up early and it's forced a lobby restart because someone was away and went for P.
Yeah, yeah, it's a short formation lap as well, so if someone did run away for 2 or 3 minutes, they won't be back in time for the race start.
No. Well, I'm
Let's
going to run
see.
through the grid just
Yeah,
in case we do end up starting from this. Starting from the back, going forwards, you have LP Smoke in the McLaren, and there is people away.
that's to be expected, unfortunately, with an early ready.
Yeah. So you got LP Smoke, you got Swift Boss, Pie Eater in 15th, Dangerous Dan ahead. Ahead of him is Jake Moore with Element Snow in the Red Bull just ahead, who got caught up in a bit of that drama on the grid.
Yeah,
RSF1 Shane, starting 11th. Don't think he'll be too disappointed. He's the lead car on fresh tyres, so we'll look forward to seeing that. Price the Beast, no idea why he did what he did, but in 10th. You have Jay Meadows in the fake Lotus. Ahead of him is RSF1 Duffer. And then JS Lee in the other fake Lotus. And then in the first, well, no, Jake Moore's teammate even is of Other Force India of Peppermeat. And then ahead of him is the toothpaste car of the Williams, Remember the Cash. RSF1 Senna is 4th, and then your front three, if they stay where they are, they'll be on the podium, so never know. RSF1 Hamilton, TX Busy, and Dizzy Man in the McLaren is on pole. Haha.
yeah. So I think this will be pretty good in the midfield because there's a lot of drivers out of position. Pie Eater, I don't think he's ever been that low. I know Element Snow likes a charge through the field, so it'll be interesting to see what he can do from P12. Not sure why he's so far behind the rest of the formation lap though.
It looks like we're getting ready to go for the actual race start.
Yeah, I think everyone's here anyway. So,
Right, we're going to the 5 Red Lightos. And away we go. Here we go to see what people are going to do. Good start from some of the people further back.
great
Looks
start
like
for
Williams is getting
Peppermeat.
place.
Dizzy
Yeah,
Man
there's
holds the
been
position.
a few instances. Turn
Oh,
1, there's
yeah,
Peppermeat is
Peppermeat's
gone.
He got too
Yeah.
good of a start almost. He'll be fuming over that. Dizzy holds position with T-Man. Mr. T could definitely have a look here, but I think he's
Oh, there's a
thinking better
McLaren
of
gone
it.
off as well. LP Smoke is in a wall.
Oh, and he's retired. Was that terminal damage?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Look in the middle
terminal
of the
damage.
track.
His front left wheel is gone. Dear.
It's only yellow flags though, so there's no safety car just yet. But I think there should be one for that, to be honest. But
Yeah,
oh well.
this game disagrees. You ever think there'll be a safety car? There won't. So let me get up. So who's gone off to the best start? As expected, Price the Bees on the soft tires. He's moved up 4 positions up into P6. And we have everyone from 12th down into the pits, except Shane.
Yeah, Shane's got a good few places there from people pitting.
Yeah, but he's 12 seconds off, so he must have had an incident.
I'm sticking on board with these two at the front at the minute because it's
Yeah,
gonna
Mr.
get a bit
T's
tasty.
sticking with him. I mean, Mr. T put in a very good lap time in Q3 as well. Obviously, Dizzy Man did outshine him with the 0.2, but a 0.5 from Mr. T is very competitive times. So he won't be just dropped. Senna as well under a bit of pressure. Got a bit of a train behind him.
Oh, man with the cash has gone a bit wide.
Yeah, there's going to be a big DRS train behind Senna here.
Yeah, might be worth watching that in a minute because I don't think Toby's quite close enough to make a move on Dizzy Man yet. So
Let me just. Yeah, Toby's not. Oh, he's going around the outside.
oh, he is. He's looking at it.
Toby was he was only using one ERS there, so he wasn't planning on going for the move, but must have superior straight line speed, and he's going to try around the outside, going into turn 4. This man locks up a little, but looks like he should keep the position.
Back. Ooh.
Should be single file now for the next few turns. Senna held on to P3. Yeah, and
Yeah,
unfortunately, the bottom 5 seem to have just dropped from the rest of the field. They're going to need a safety car or something to punch them back up.
What's that? 3-second time penalty for Duffer. Corner cutting.
Very early. And now
KX busy with the fastest lap.
I think he's going to have a go. He's putting up into high. No, he's gone back down to low ERS. He doesn't really want to get past. He doesn't want to get too close. He's happy just sitting in the DRS. But he's close again, only 3/10 behind. He has so much better straight line speed.
He likes going around the outside, doesn't he?
I think Dizzy Man's doing a good job of holding the inside. He's not giving Mr. T much of a chance, but like Mr. T
did get overtaken by man with the cash. So that's something to bear in mind.
Yeah, missed that.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep an eye on these middle lot at the minute because this is just a bigger battle.
Yeah, his Price of the Beast has
Also,
made up
battle for the
another
lead,
spot. Up
Yeah,
in P5
very
now.
impressive. He should be looking to get Craig now, so.
And Jake's gotten past Duffa, up into P8. Stuff from Jake. I know Jake has a good bit of pace around here, so should be moving up a little bit. And Senna's in the pits. Senna had front wing damage.
Interesting.
So maybe it was him who collided with Peppermeat at the start. Possibly.
Hamilton's looking at the inside of Price, but not quite there.
Senna pitting
again,
cost Price the DRS. So he became vulnerable from Hamilton, and this should be an easy move. You squeezed him up against the outside there. But yeah, I think around now the mediums should start to become a bit quicker than the softs. As Price has gone off into the gravel.
Hamilton hit him a little bit. Like, it wasn't a lot, it was just a little tap. But
Oh
enough to send him into a wall.
He's collected
Price,
the Renault.
what are you doing?
No, that is... Oh, that's not good.
Dangerous rejoined onto the track there, unfortunately, so might get penalised.
Oh no,
Dangerous Dan clips it.
Shane's gone. Shane hit the back of Dangerous Dan. Dangerous Dan just... What cost Dangerous Dan's damage just destroyed Shane's race. Rejoining the track dangerously. Oh dear, that's not good. Let's see. Up front, Mr. T's back in the DRS, but again, he doesn't want to use any ERS. He doesn't really want to go past them. Jake Moore is now up 7 positions from the start of the race.
Very impressive for him. He's had a good showing so far.
Yeah, maybe he started on the softs, which I think might have been from the early ready up. Might not have been able to go on to the strategy he wanted. But let's see what he can do if he can stretch him out long enough. Again, Mr. T.
The gaps are starting to form now, though.
Except between the top 2.
Yeah, except the top 2.
Mr. T gets a penalty.
Separating. Yeah, I think he's just pushing a bit too hard just to try and keep up with Dizzy Man. I think potentially Dizzy Man is a little bit too quick for him. It's just... On the straights.
He'll get him here, I'd say.
If
If he wants to get him, he will. Going around the outside again, but this time he's passed before the turn. Dizzy Man is holding it. Mr. T should be able to get on the traction and have the inside line.
Great.
Really great battling for the top two, and Mr. T takes the lead.
Ooh.
Lovely overtake from him, well
good.
thought out. Saved his ERS for quite a while. However, getting rid of Dizzy is going to be harder than getting past him. DRS is just so powerful. Oh, Dizzy!
Ooh.
He got squirmy on the exit.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at. This is the only battle really worth looking at the minute, so I do
Peppermeat's on the
apologise for
back
hogging
of...
on these two and not really moving the camera, but there's not a lot
Pepper
else.
is on the back of Element Snow, down for 12th and 13th, but the leads could change again here. A bit of a weave there from Dizzy Man. Maybe trying to scare Mr. T into a mistake. I think Mr. T just has superior straight line speed. Even with the DRS, Dizzy Man's struggling to get to him. I do know Mr. T loves his low downforce setups. He likes a bit of straight line speed.
It's where the main overtaking is done though, really, because if you can't get side by side with someone on the straight, there's no point in having the cornering because you can't get past them anyway. Excuse me.
Dizzy Man's going to have a look. He's going to have a look into the second last turn. He's made it. He's got it.
Well, he's made me short, really, hasn't he? Let's be fair.
That's where the obviously is running higher downforce was able to get super close in the middle sector. But these two are putting on a great show right now. I'm guessing Mr. T, will he sit back or will he have another go? Gonna have another go up the inside into turn 3. Dizzy brakes is very early. Maybe going for a switchback, but
Now's that look at Dizzy. Dizzy is
Jake
got his DRS and Jake more. What happened to Jake?
That's gotta be for terminal damage. I'm on board
with Craig. I'm trying to find out where the car is.
Oh, it's right on the racing line. It's terminal damage.
Geez.
Oh no. This has been quite a messy race.
It has a bit.
The top two are producing some great racing. And Element Snow. What's happened to Element Snow? Snows must have collected Jake's car. Snow's gone from terminal damage as well. Oh dear.
I have no idea.
Yeah, Snow must have collected Jake's car. It was right on the racing line. I mean, this game needs to learn when there's a safety car needed.
Yeah, I think we should have had. I think there were 2 instances where we should have had one, really. What do you think?
Jesus, yeah, I'd say at least 2. 'Cause the first lap, Smoke was just off the straight, where he was gone, and then those
Yeah,
last
one with
2.
Shane as well.
Yeah, this game is not having a good day.
No.
Mr. T and Dizzy Man going side by side in the middle sector. Mr. T backed off, gave Dizzy Man the position. These two are going to have a right ding-dong for the whole race, I would think. And with the cash, comfortable in P3, Hamilton.
Let's have a look at JSD, because he's on the back of Jay Meadows, which is his teammate.
Yeah, the 2 fake Lotuses, as you would say.
As I do very much say, indeed.
Pie Eater has spun at the last turn. He's been lapped. Yeah, going side by side. That was a bit of team orders there. Yeah, that was very easy. Don't.
So look at TX Busy then going up the inside. No, looks at it, but thinks better.
This. Field is very spread out apart from the top two right now. The two Hasses are together, but they're not going to fight too hard, I imagine, considering Meadows just let JC through.
No. Maybe JSD's just got a bit more confidence in his tyres at the minute, and they've just been like, look, mate, catching you, can you let me through?
Oh, Mr. T gets another time penalty. That's his second one. You want to watch out to have 2 penalties by lap 12 already. That's not good. Hamilton getting another one too. It's his second of the race.
Yeah, there's a few penalties going out right now. I mean, I can't say much. I think I had 2 penalties by lap 6 last night, so I didn't have a good race at all. So
yeah, it is a pretty tough track for penalties. And another time penalty, this time for Swift-X Boss. Oh, and Price the Beast has spun in the pit lane again. In the exact same spot he spun in quali.
I do think this game needs to consider its penalties. Like, I like the warning system.
Oh no.
But I feel like sometimes instead of it being 3 warnings, sometimes you could probably get 5. Like, if it's only like a minor corner cut. Like, if it can track your delta, if you don't gain too much time from it.
Yeah,
I think the game should let you off more.
And it's quite unrealistic as well, because you see, like,
Real F1.
Pardon?
Just look at Real F1, the amount of times they abuse track limits, they don't get fucking 3-second time penalties, do they?
No. They just see enough of them do it and think, alright, that's fine, they can keep doing it.
Yeah.
As Mr. T got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane while that was going on. It's gone on to the soft tyres, so Mr. T's going for a 2-stop. Which is a bit of a shame for the race, because it ruins the battle between him and Dizzy.
Only for now, though. I think they'll be back at each other before you know it, and I think Toby will be able to get an undercut on this strategy as well.
He will, but I guess Dizzy should be staying out for another 7 laps at least if he wants to do a 1-stop. So.
I just think, did he have front wing damage? Do you know?
Let me check.
Well, not does he, but did he before he pitted? Because why else would he have pitted that early? I don't know. Unless he did too many runs in Q2, maybe. But I don't think he did.
He could have just gone for 2 soft runs and maybe. I don't think it's actually much slower to go for the 2-stop, but it's just that you have to get through so much traffic, make it work. But however, he's only got 4 cars between him and Dizzy, man. Oh. He might have had to change his front wing, but I didn't see it in the pits. 2 Hasses are still nose to tail, but they don't want to do anything about it.
I just went on board with.
Don't
think I'm going to stick on board with
him
because these 2 are the closest 2 cars on track, and plus Toby's going to be catching him, so.
Yeah, this should become a 3-way battle. Also, Price the Bees has left the session without retiring. So his AI car is driving around.
That's fine. It won't be an issue.
Ooh, it took out the 2. An AI car took out the 2 race leaders in F1. So.
Oh jeez.
Yeah, they can cause a bit of a hassle around here. They're very bad at getting out of the way, as Mr. T sets the fastest lap of the race with a 7.7. So he's gunning for it. He's gonna make these. He's gonna go for two stops on the soft tires.
Yeah, and he's still catching the 2 Hasses at quite a good pace. So
yeah,
I'm on board with Jay Meadows, right? The back of the 2 Hasses. And it's given me a rear wing view of his car. Why would I want to see his rear wing when he's behind someone?
Yeah, that's probably not the best, but again, Codemasters, there's a lot of work to be done in this game.
Yeah.
It still is, in my opinion, their best ran game that they've produced, but there's so much wrong with it. Like the amount of
I think the best
glitches.
game they've ever done, personally, is one of the Dirt franchise. Like, I think it was probably Dirt 4. Dirt 4 was good.
Yeah,
And I'd say I'd rather play Dirt over F1 any day of the week. If there was a league in both games, I'd join the Dirt 4 league.
that would be something else. There surely is something like that on one of the Dirt games. Probably
It
just have
probably
to
is, I just can't bother
dig
to
a
look.
little deeper, yeah. Anyways, Toby now is only 2 seconds behind these guys, but I think he might struggle a little bit to get past them with Jay Meadows is always going to have DRS. So it's going to be pretty tough, but of course with the superior grip on the softs, he'll be able to brake much, much later as well.
Yeah. I don't think they'll hold him up too much either, to be fair, because I think they know that he's a quicker driver, and I think they just want to
Yeah.
beat it
Well,
out of his way, so to say. And oh, Dizzy Man's in.
yeah, into
Dizzy's
the
in.
pits. He won't be able to take softs to the end here. He's putting on hard tires. Oh no. He's putting on
Yeah,
hard
he's gone on
tires.
hards. That
Well,
could work.
he'll definitely get to the end and like should have no problem, but I think two soft tires like Mr. T is doing is better than one set of hards. I
I don't know, we'll see.
yeah, I very much disagree with that strategy choice, but he could prove me wrong.
Like, Toby, he's on that hunt now. He's nearly within that 1 second window. Next time
Yeah,
round, he'll be in it.
he's gaining a second a
But if you
lap
look
on
at
the two.
his ERS is very low, and Pieter's out. So he must have
He's
just gone to
he's
the pits and
retired in the
retired.
pits. Yeah, he was lapped. So Element Snow's left the session. He's DNF'd as well. So yeah, Mr. T right on the back of the two Haas now. This is, I tell you what, these two guys' strategy choices might bring Man with the Cash and RSF1 Hamilton back into the race if they're doing one stops
There goes
onto
Toby.
the soft. Very easy move. Well done. Get it done on the start-finish straight. He'll get Jaisley now in the next DRS zone, I imagine, after turn 3.
And then you have to save a bit of ERS, I think, because he is so low on the
Yeah.
ERS.
Yeah, you'll easily get Jaisley here. Much better traction. I can't imagine Jaisley fighting it too hard, although he is defending the inside line. Mr. T breaks later. Jaisley not giving him the position. Gets the move done.
Oh, it's full position, so I can't blame him.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, Mr. T made light work of the Haas's in the end, getting both of them on the same lap.
I'm going to stick on board of JC though, because you never know, he might try a comeback at some point.
Yeah, he's already dropped 7/10 to him though, 8/10 now. He'll be in the DRS alright for the start-finish straight.
I don't think he's too far back now though, to do
Yeah,
any real damage.
Those softs will be too quick for another few laps.
Yeah.
So,
But then you got to consider Dizzy Man as well. Dizzy Man's the other fast driver who's going to be coming up on these two, but he's going to have a harder time because, well, on the harder tyres.
well, I think the lap for the medium runners to pit is next lap. Lap 20 is when you'll see the first of the medium runners pit, so they might get out of his way at a perfect time.
I think if one of them can come in now, like if like JS Lee can come in now, or maybe Jay Meadows come in now, get out the way a little bit, and then it won't hurt Dizzy Man too much because the dirty air's not going to hurt him just yet. So
No, I think he will get. It will just be perfect timing. They should just get out of his way right as he comes up to the back of him.
and Shane's left the session as well now, so Shane's had enough of watching.
I don't blame him. The early ready up ruined his race when it made him start on the softs.
Dizzy Man with a penalty. Dizzy Man got a penalty for that.
Well, that's the first one he's gotten then. So
yeah.
Mr. T still has one more than him, but just has to be a bit more careful with the track limits. So I think Mr. T and Dizzy Man may have thrown this race away.
I'm not sure about Dizzy Man. I think he might be safe, but Toby, like, I really don't know.
Because
He could be in a bit of danger.
Man with the Cash and Hamilton only have to make one more stop as well. They've all got to make one more stop, and they're going to be on the same set of tires. They're just going to be ahead of Mr. T. He's going to have to just straight up be much quicker than them to make his strategy work. As they both come into the pits, Man with the Cash and RSF1 Hamilton, the two race leaders.
And one of the Hasses is in as well. JSD's in. And now Dizzy Man has that DRS open.
Not going to be able to make it on turn one, but he should easily get it here.
Yeah. Very good exit as well for Dizzy Man. He's making the move.
Yeah.
Yeah. Made that look easy.
Yeah, Meadows' tires will be screaming. They want to come in and get changed. So there's only 2 seconds gap between Mr. T and Dizzy, and Mr. T's got another pit stop to make. It's just strategy has not worked out for him. So
yeah, we're coming towards the later stages of this race as well. 21 out of 36, so race has absolutely flown by. It's not been the most thrilling of races. It's had its moments. I'll give it that.
The two leaders kept us entertained on the first stint.
Yeah,
first few laps.
That's pretty much all we've really had.
And a few incidents and the game causing incidents. It's not been great in the midfield. They've been spread out quite a lot. And Mr. T is in the pits. Oh, he's got a 5-second he's got the 5-second penalty to serve for speeding in the pit lane. He's putting on medium tires. It's absolutely ruined Mr. T's race. He's going to be out in 6th place, 7th.
That's unfortunate for him. That's not ideal at all. So maybe Dizzy Man could have an easy race from here on out. We'll see.
Well, it's going to be if Man with the Cash or Hamilton can catch him. That's going to be the race. I think the time delta is well over a second between softs and hards, but it just depends on how nicely they can look after those soft tires.
I don't think Man with the Cash will get it. In all honesty, from Dizzy. So
no, but 1 second. Let me just check some penalties.
Okay. Do you want to run us through the penalties? Like go through each driver and say who has what?
Yeah, I will. Dizzy has 1 penalty, but he's got no warnings after that, so he should be able to stick to 1 penalty. Man with the Cash has 1 penalty and 2 warnings.
Jay Meadows is making a move on Senna, going up into turn 1. Yep, he's got that done, I think.
Senna's on old mediums now. He'll be coming into the pits for a new set of softs. RSF1 Hamilton has 2 penalties and 2 warnings. So
Craig's coming back at him. Senna's gone up the inside and he's got it done. And there's been a bit of a touch between the Haas and the Renault there as well, so that might be some damage on Toby's car.
Yeah, that's...
Anyway.
Mr. T's going down the inside.
Oh,
big dive bomb!
That was front wing damage for Busy there. I saw the yellow on the front wing. He's got damage.
That was just broke way too late.
But Senna's
come back
on
up
the inside.
Mr. T's wing damage.
He's held that nicely.
Oh, this race has just gone from bad to worse for Mr. T. And there's been an incident further down the field between Duffa and Boss. They were both off on the grass in Sector 2.
Yeah, I saw that Duffa got a 5-second penalty for severe collision, so...
they're both going to have to pit, I think, looking at it. And,
TX Busy stayed out though, so he's dealing with that front wing damage that he has got, and he's going up the inside of centre, I think. Ooh.
oh, keep it clean, lads.
He's getting a bit aggressive, isn't he, Toby?
He's frustrated. Like, yeah, he was contending for the lead, and now he's battling for 5th place, and he's got some penalties. It's gone downhill. Yeah, man with the cash is only taking out about 2 seconds of the lead of Dizzy.
Oh, Toby's gone. Toby's off.
That's... Yeah, he's just not moving. And there he goes.
I think he might have recorded something if he wasn't moving.
Yeah, well, the thing is, he's in 7th. He's got a pit stop gap to 8th. He just needs to come in, take the pit stop, and try and finish in P7, get some points. Swift Boss. Oh, Peppermeat and Swift Boss have come. Oh no, this is just getting bad to watch now.
Yeah, this is getting painful, lads. Come on.
Complete carnage into turn 4. I'm not sure who hit who, but they were both off in the gravel, and it's caused Swift Boss to retire. Mr. T's back in the pits.
Just got crazy.
Yeah. Hamilton is in the DRS range of Man with the Cash now. Battle for 2nd. These two might be able to give us some good clean racing.
Well, I don't know at the minute with this lobby.
I would hope these 2 lads would be able to keep it nice between the 2 of them.
Swift Boss has left. I mean, everyone who's in the race still will get points now. Obviously, Price the Beast isn't here, so...
Well, Peppermeat's just left the session.
You got VSC, dude.
Virtual safety car. But Peppermeat's just left the session even though he was in P10, so that extra point isn't worth staying in the race for 10 laps. Well, I'm sure he'll still be given the point.
No, he won't. He's got to do, I think it's 78% of the race or something, I think.
Okay. Okay, so let's see who can take advantage, get as close to the delta as possible without getting a drive-through. It's been a while since I've had a look at the Twitch chat, and the virtual safety cards ended, and Toby gets another time penalty. And a 5-second time penalty, and he retires. Oh dear.
Yeah. So now there's 8 people left in the race, realistically.
Yeah, and Man with the Cash has gone the gap down to only 6 seconds up front. They are catching Dizzy Man. I don't know if he'll be able to get close enough, but it's giving it a go. He pulled away from
Senna's got a
Hamilton
penalty
again.
as well.
And Senna's putting in some fresh softs. He'll come out in 6th place, should do anyway, yeah. So he'll have a run at fastest lap, no doubt. Get an extra point.
Yeah. I've got a feeling this is where things die down a little bit. Unless Hamilton can catch the back of Man with the Cash, then
yeah,
this could be the end of the race, realistically.
Yeah. It's a shame, really, because it did look like, I know the qualifying was a bit of a mess, but it did look like we had a good race in store with a few drivers out of position that would come battling through the field. But there's been so many incidents. As Man with the Cash gets another penalty, which has pretty much killed any chances he's got of catching Dizzy now, with Dizzy with a penalty less than him.
Don't know, Dizzy could still get another one.
He could, but is that 1 second? I'll just have another look at the penalties, see if Dizzy.
Yeah, run us through him now. Now there's no battles going on.
Yeah.
That was a quick rundown.
Dizzy's still got no extra warnings. He does have the 1 penalty, but he's keeping it very clean. Man with the Cash has 2 penalties now. Hamilton is racking up the penalties. That's 3 now for him. Jay Slee's only got 1 penalty, so he might be able to get Hamilton at the end once they cross the line. If he can stick close enough to Hamilton, he'll get the podium. Jay Meadows has got 3 penalties. Senna's kept it the cleanest out of anyone. He's only got 2 warnings, but he did speed in the pit lane. Dangerous Dan has
I don't
2
worry about speeding in the pit lane
penalties.
too much because that is just so easy to do.
Yeah, but fair play to Senna then. He's the only one without a track limit penalty so far.
Yeah. I'm trying to think, like, ahead a little bit here. I'm thinking of driver of the day. Like, who would get that?
Let me have a look again at position changes.
Dangerous Dan's got the most by an absolute long shot, but
Give
has he really done much in this race?
driver of the day to P7. No, like I would maybe.
I'll probably say Man with the Cash or
yeah,
JC
Man with
maybe.
the Cash up from 5th to 2nd, and there hasn't really been any incidents in front of him that he's gained off. He's there, Mr. T went with a strange strategy, but other than that, he's there on merit. After starting 5th, I mean, Dizzy's ran a pretty flawless race up front, but boring giving the driver of the day to the winner, isn't it?
Sometimes, yeah. Unless it's someone who's pulled out like an absolute comeback of a race, but Dizzy Man's just controlled, really.
Yeah. I guess I'll leave it up to you if you want to give it to Man with the Cash. I'd be okay with that. I'll have a look at the
Man with the Cash.
I'll have a look at the Twitch chat, see if anyone wants to.
I'm not going to say too much about who I think driver of the day should be because last time I did a pre-prediction for driver of the day around Spain. I said one person, they crashed out. I said another person, they crashed out. I said another person, they had too many penalties.
Yeah, that might be 6 laps before the end. Might have been a bit early.
Just a bit, but now you never know. Man with the Cash might crash my with my reputation.
Yeah, hopefully not, because these two and Dizzy, the top 3, have all run a nice clean race, as have the 2 Haas's. So, and actually, let's see, Senna's actually gotten ahead of Jay Meadows because Jay Meadows had another pit stop. He's put on fresh soft, so Senna's inherited 5th. And actually, I'm sure Senna he had to make a very early pit stop.
He did, yeah.
He's done very well to get up to P5.
Unless you want to give it to Senna then for having a good comeback race.
Yeah,
but
let's
then
give it
he's like, he's nearly 30 seconds off anyone though, so he's quite far behind.
There's not too many great not a clear driver of the day here today. It's
no, not really.
Been a tough race.
Oh, Hamilton though, he's got him Vin DRS or Man with the Cash.
Oh, something. They've had extremely similar pace all race. They've been less than 2 seconds apart constantly. Hamilton's never quite gotten close enough to make a move. Let's see if he can stick into the DRS.
You know who I think driver of the day should be?
Go on.
Should be you, because it's your first time commentating and you've done a good job. There you
go. No, I'll get commentator of the day.
I won't go that far. I mean...
well, you did get my name
still
wrong,
a driver.
So
yeah,
I am a driver,
right,
but I have not driven today. So I could not be driver of the day. Come on, Hamilton. Let's get up to the back, Man with the Cash. Give us a little battle to send us off on a high. Yeah, Dizzy's got this.
Yeah. And Hamilton is still trying to catch up to Man with the Cash, but he's not really closing a great deal.
And he's gotten another penalty now. That's 12 seconds worth of penalties.
Well, I think even if he gets past Man with the Cash, then it's not going to make much difference either. So
No. No, Jaisley, I think, has one penalty, so he needs to be within 9 seconds of Hamilton to jump him. I'm not
I wonder if
sure.
he knows that or whether he's just cruising, because he could just be cruising right now. Oh no, he is pushing. He's on overtake at the minute.
Yeah, on soft tires. But Hamilton's only 4 tenths now behind Man with the Cash. See if he can stick with him in a bit of dirty air in the last few corners. But he's closer than I've seen him. Loses the back end a little there though.
It's died out a little bit this race, but luckily these two are trying to
Yeah.
same. It's not quite there yet, but they're close to it.
Hamilton will be close by turn 4 now. Two DRS zones. Again, like you said, it's just with the penalties, Man with the Cash can just leave Hamilton go and just cruise behind him. But I'm sure he'll want to finish second on track, or hopefully he wants to finish second on track. Hamilton having a little look to the inside, but much too far back to really do anything.
I couldn't tell. I had the rear wing cam again, which
I haven't had that once today, so happy out.
well, it's like on the side pod, but it looks
Yeah, it looks
near the rear wing,
backwards.
so
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, and Hamilton is now much closer than he has ever been. Only 3 tenths behind coming into the last 2 turns. Trying to break the slipstream a little bit as we go into turn 1. He should be able to get Man with the Cash here. Maybe not quite into turn 3. He'll get much closer. Breaks very
Yeah,
early
he even
though.
turned off the DRS then. He manually turned it off just to not get too close.
He might know as well that he's, if he overtakes Man with the Cash, it doesn't really mean anything, so he just doesn't want to get too close to him. Because now he's over 10 seconds clear of Jaisley, so he should have third in the bag. Dizzy Man must be having quite a boring race up front, since Mr. T went for that alternate strategy. He hasn't had much to do.
Not really, no.
Man with the Cash got a little
bit
squirmy.
Well, here we go on to the final lap of the race. So
Hamilton runs a little wide of turn 1, but
Hamilton wants to get the move done on track, then he's gonna have to do it now.
yeah, he's in overtake. He's got much more ERS than Man with the Cash, and Man with the Cash wisely decides not to fight too hard. Hamilton cruises by.
Man with the Cash has the DRS now, so can he get the overtake done here?
Nah, he's put the ERS all the way down. They just have to be careful now of the AI that pushes Man with the Cash wide. But I don't think he'll be too bothered as he crosses the line, as should probably go on board with Dizzy Man for his final few corners.
Yeah. He's had a good race, to be fair. A bit disappointed the way that things ended with Toby, but
Yeah, it was a flawless drive, really, in the end. So, a well-deserved winner from Dizzy Man. Great pace and quality as well. So, Hamilton will cross the line second. Man with the Cash jumps him and takes P2. So now, I'm pretty sure Jaisley will cross the line P4. I don't think he'll jump Hamilton. Yep, P4. And Senna take P5. And a pretty good comeback drive for Senna. Yeah, he'll be very happy with
Yeah.
that after having to pit with front wing damage so early on. Jay Meadows, P6. Both the Haas's had a nice clean race between them. They did pretty well, finishing P4 and P6.
Yeah.
And
Good points for them as well in the constructors.
yeah, and last person on the lead lap, Dangerous Dan. He'll be happy starting 14th to come up to P7. And as well, just a quick mention to Duffa, who finished 8th and scored points in his F2 debut. Even if it was quite a bizarre race.
The race finished at exactly 100 minutes into the live stream.
Lovely.
There you go, 100 minutes of semi-entertainment.
Yeah.
The race was good, it's just my shitty commentary.
I invite the podium drivers in.
Yes. Appreciate that. What are we doing about driver of the day? Are we having one or?
I'd like to
Man
give
with
it
the
to
cash?
Senna,
Senna,
personally,
okay.
because I know how hard it can be when you get involved in an incident so early on in the race and have to make that extra stop. I could easily
You
have
might have to
just
invite
quit.
Senna as well then.
Yeah, I'll invite him.
Even though he's got no mic, so.
Oh, well.
We might have to get Senna to send one of us a message of his interview.
Alright.
Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sweating, mate. Absolutely sweating.
You and Hamilton's pace
Oh,
are
mate,
so similar.
He was putting me under so much pressure, man. I knew I had 3 seconds less penalties than what he did. Oh no, he had an extra 6. When I checked, he had 9 and I had 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, he was definitely putting me under pressure.
Alright, now we just need the race winner to join. Hope he knows that there is a podium interview. Invite him again.
Hey, Senna's in.
And Dizzy as well.
There we go. So what do you want to do? Do you want to do first and second, or do you want to do... No, first and third, or second and driver of the day?
I'll do second and driver today. I'll message Senna and see what he has to say about it.
Okay, so I'll go to third place then to start with, I think, or didn't do driver of the day first? I don't know.
I start with third. I just messaged Senna there.
Third. Okay, Hamilton. You had a good race. It was a little bit of a scrappy race at times, but you seem to have done well for yourself. What do you think?
Weight spinning very quickly and dropped a few positions. Avoided a collision from someone. I think Kevin got spun turn 1 and almost corrected me. But other than that, maybe 15-16 laps I just followed under the cars, so just a really simple race.
Did everything go to plan that you wanted it to, or anything in the way, or was it just a nice Sunday drive in Austria?
I wouldn't say it's a nice drive, I wouldn't say that, but it was, I think that's what you kind of expect with the track like Austria, but it's never going to be clean, it's never going to be 100%, it's just who gets out at the other end.
Are you looking forward to the next race? I can't remember what the next race is, but you looking forward to it?
Silverstone? Yeah, I like Silverstone.
You gonna win it?
I want to go for it.
Dizzy man, there you go, mate. There's your challenge. Left it up to you, mate. Go
Alright.
to second.
Man with the cash, great drive, P2.
Yeah, cheers. Thank
Um,
you.
You start at P5 and you seem to be up into P3 fairly quickly. And then
Yeah,
after
Hamilton got
Mr.
a
T
bit.
had his
I don't know.
issues. Oh.
I don't know if Hamilton bogged down at the start or something, but I was behind Hamilton and I just seemed to have shot off the start. So I knew I was always going to run wide turn one, because if you try and take the corner normally lap one, you just get damaged or you get collected by someone. So I was always going to run a little bit wide. Turn one, come back on. I think I was fourth. Come back on in fourth. But yes, that's my first podium on the wheel since I've been using the wheel. I've only used the wheel for like four races now. So yeah,
Very good.
I'm absolutely sweating, mate. Seriously.
Hey, you're using much
but yeah,
force feedback on it.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, really heavy. Like it's heavy around it. Well, to set up, I change my setup, my wheel setup for every individual track, and a lot of people keep just like one wheel setup, but it don't work. That don't work for me. But congratulations to Hamilton and Dizzy. Anyway, I mean Dizzy, he was on another planet. He was just on the whole race, even in quali and in the race. I mean, Tabitzi was up with him, but then I don't know what happened to him. I don't know if he got damaged or what, but he pitted and then I didn't see him for the rest of the race.
Yeah, we're not too sure what Mr. Cheat did. He pitted for softs, but I didn't see his front wing change. So I think he might have just gone for a two-stop.
Yeah, he had some good pace in quali anyway. So who got driver of the day?
RSF1 Senna.
Sandbagger.
Senna.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations to Senna as well. Then, well done, mate.
Yeah, he was involved in an incident at the start and managed to get his way back up to P5, so that's why we chose him. All right, so what's your opinion on Silverstone next?
Silverstone. I mean, every track is. I've just got to approach it. It's all brand new to me because of this wheel. Every track, it's just nothing like being on a pad. It's just all totally different. So it's just a whole new learning curve. Because I've changed my view as well. I used to drive in far chase, but now I drive in like TV pod. So just getting used to every track at different angles, seeing the apexes differently. So yeah, it's just I was gonna have to practice all week and then just see what happens. Come after Christmas, isn't it? So.
All right, lovely. Well, again, congrats on P2.
Cheers.
And I'll bring it back to Skyline.
Right, Dizzy man. Congratulations on your win, first of all. You had a good battle to start off with Toby. It was really fun to watch. You two kept us entertained when things died off a bit further back, so it was very nice to have a battle to watch. But after that first stint, we didn't really see much of you. We just, well, you went, you gone. But tell us, after your first stint, did it all go to plan for you? Was it like a bit nerve-wracking because you had Man with the Cash catching you, didn't he, at one point? Oh wow! Well, welcome. Yeah, I thought it was going to as well, to be fair, but it didn't work out. I want to say though, do you like the wet by any chance? Because yours flying in the wet. Well, that's the first place. A weird person. What do you think to Silverstone coming up next then? Yeah. Well done to you. Hopefully to see you again in the future on the podium, so we can have more discussions about races. Hopefully. Left it back to you for Craig, if you've got anything.
Yeah, I've messaged him and he has replied. His first response was really question mark. So he's a bit surprised by his driver of the day. He said he was happy with qualifying, but got damage tapping the back of Man the Cash at the start. So he had to pit early, but he said he had good battles in the second half. Overall, he was happy finishing fifth. So that's what I got off Craig.
Sorry, my controller battery's died. I'm back. Yeah, I mean, there was a few drivers in contention for driver of the day. It wasn't just Craig. We was talking about a few other people, but
It was
it's hard to
between
have a comeback.
Senna, Man with Cash, and Dangerous Dan.
Yeah. But anything else need to be said? I don't know. I don't have a clue.
I guess this is the last race now before the winter break, so we've gone for a couple of weeks.
Well, yeah, we're back in 2020 then. Brand new year, brand new. Well, it's not going to be a brand new league. It's going to be the same shit, different day on this game. But it's been a pleasure to commentate this race. So yeah, I'm going to call the stream there, and we'll see you in 2020.